10 things as a mom that I am not doing this year. Some of them I stopped doing last year, but I'm going to continue not to do them this year. Number one is I'm letting go of perfection. And I really worked hard on that in 2025, and I've let go of that perfection. And in some of the areas that I really need to continue to let go of it and I want to stop is mom life. I don't want to try to be the perfect mom. I want to be the mom that God created me to be, and I want to be the best version of myself. I am not expecting perfectionism from my kids. If they do something around the house and it's not perfect, that's okay. So if they don't load the dishwasher perfectly, that is fine. If they don't vacuum correctly, that is fine. I want my kids to learn to do their best and show up as the best version of themselves, and I can set the example for that. I'm also not worried about a perfect home. Yes, you're going to come to our house, it's going to be maintained, but you might see dirt on the floor here or there, or you might just see dust somewhere. We do resets to maintain our house, and it's not about perfection. I know I'm not going to be perfect, and I know God doesn't expect me to be perfect. Number two, I'm not reinventing the wheel. I feel like so many of us think that the new year comes and things didn't work last year, so we need to reinvent the wheel. A lot of times it's not about reinventing the wheel, but maybe it's about tweaking what needs to be done. I am keeping my routines from last year because they work. I might have to tweak here or there, like my morning routine I know needs to be tweaked just a little bit, but it's not about reinventing the wheel. In fact, some of the ways I've tweaked it, instead of getting up as early as I was, I am now sleeping in 15 minutes later because I was able to tweak my morning routine. And I noticed today and yesterday that there's just one other thing I need to figure out, and that's just tweaking. It's not about reinventing the wheel. I am keeping my routines that worked last year, and I'm going to continue to keep them to this year because they work. When something starts to go a little wonky, I'm just going to tweak it a little bit. I'm not reinventing anything. Number three, I'm not carrying the responsibility of things I know my kids can do. I've learned a lot in the past 2 months that my kids really enjoy doing certain things, and I'm letting them do those things, and I'm teaching them how to do some of these things better. I'm not carrying all the weight myself. My oldest daughter loves to cook, so she'll get in the kitchen 1 to 2 nights each week, and she'll cook dinner. She won't even let me in the kitchen some nights. My youngest daughter loves to bake, so she'll bake a snack for the family, or she'll make overnight oats for her and her brother for breakfast. But it's letting them embrace these things that they can grow with. And my son, if there is a door handle loose or a cabinet door loose, he will just get his screwdriver and he'll tighten it. I don't have to worry about doing it. I'm letting my kids show responsibility because they are capable of doing a lot more. And the more we let our kids learn responsibility, they're going to grow up with those responsibilities, and they're going to go further in life with them. Number four, this is something I stopped last year and I'm continuing this year, is packing our schedule, overscheduling everything. I'm done with that. It has burned me out in the past having a jam-packed schedule. So what I do is I look for opportunities each week that we can just have nothing planned, where we don't have to leave the house, because we can have some homeschool days completely at home, and we have one day like that, and that is big. We don't have to leave the house at all. I also try to plan things on the same day, so we do have that downtime. But I do make sure that I schedule downtime for myself each day and for my kids, because all of us need just a little bit of time to just relax. And as moms, we need that time for self-care. It's not about constantly going. And if I can say something, is get rid of the term, I am a busy mom. I am so busy, it just drives me up the wall. It's not something I want to wear. It's not a title I want to wear. When someone says, wow, you're such a busy mom, it makes me cringe. It's not something I want to wear. And if people think I'm constantly busy, then I take a step back and I look at my life and think, am I really busy, or are they just seeing certain things? Because I need to know that I'm not going 100% all the time, and neither are my kids. So number four is I'm stopping overscheduling. And this is, like I said, one I continued from last year. Number five is starting over each week. I know so many times I would be like, I blew my healthy eating, I'll just start Monday. Or I missed a workout and I'll be like, I'll just start Monday. Or I didn't get my things done this week. That's all right, I'll just start Monday. I'm not doing that anymore. Instead, what I'm doing is if I miss something or I mess something up, I either start it right away that day or I start it the next day. If I can start it that day, I will do it because it gets me back into my rhythm and routine. So if I missed a 15-minute reset on Wednesday and it's late at night, maybe I don't do a 15-minute reset, I just do a 5-minute one. I'm not going to start on Monday. I'm just going to either pick it up right then or I'm going to make it up tomorrow. I do the same thing with my workouts because I feel like if we wait for Monday, we're just putting it off when we can either start now or the next day. Number 6 is something I worked really hard on last year, and it's something, honestly, I still struggle with, and that is releasing the guilt. There's so many times I feel guilty because maybe I lost my patience or I didn't get everything done or the house is a little messy, and I carry that guilt around with me thinking I just failed what I have done. And like I said, this is a work in progress, and it's something that I try hard every day not to do, and that's to carry the guilt. Instead, I give it to God. I give that guilt to God because He can carry it for me. If I have a messy house because we just had a homeschool day that didn't go well, or maybe we just got back from vacation and the house is a mess, or maybe I lost my patience, I take time with God and I give Him that guilt so I can turn around and continue with my day. When I let guilt run my life, it actually just really just brings me down. I feel like I'm failing as a mom and all these negative thoughts come into my head. So I'm releasing the guilt, I'm giving it to God daily. When I give it to God, I don't have to worry about the guilt ruling my days. In fact, it brings me more calm and more peace. Number 7 is I'm stopping the title of I'm a busy mom. I started that last year, probably in December. I stopped wearing it. It was making me cringe. I don't want to constantly be busy. Yes, I'm an active person. Yes, I like to get my steps in. I don't want to be going 24/7. It's not who I am anymore, and I just don't have it in me. I have found when I take some time for self-care and I slow down on our schedule, I show up better for my family, I show up better for my friends, I show up better for my church. It's not about always being busy. So if you're struggling with this, definitely reach out to me because it's something I've worked really hard on and I would love to help you with it. I'm taking away that title of I'm a busy mom. No more. Number 8 is packing a to-do list. I used to love to-do lists. I would write 20 things on my to-do list. And the one thing I have found is that just overwhelms me. And the older I get and being in perimenopause and all that stuff, it just like clutters my brain and so much brain fog is going on. So when I have a list of 20 things, it just overwhelms me and I just look at it and go, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. Instead of having a long list of things to do, I focus on my priorities each day. I do a priority for school, like what we need to accomplish for school. I do a priority for mom life, whether it's making sure I clean my bathroom today, or I go grocery shopping, or a meal plan. I have that one thing I need to get done for our home. And then I do my 2 to 3 priorities for work, whether it's creating content, it's writing a blog, it's doing a coaching call that day, it's reaching out to potential clients. Those are the things that I focus on for work. I also don't want to work 40 or 50 hours a week. So I make sure that I have time each day to focus on my priorities. Once those priorities are done, if I want to do something else, then I'll go ahead and do it. But I'm not about those long to-do lists anymore. Number 9 is not carrying more stuff into this year that I don't want to manage. Whether it's extra decoration or extra kitchen gadgets or just clothes that I need to go through because A, I haven't worn them in a while or my kids haven't worn them in a while. It's about going through each and everything. I don't want to have to manage all this stuff. The more stuff we have in our house, the harder it is for me to concentrate. And that is so true for kids, especially with ADHD. If they have a lot of stuff in their room, all it does is clutter their mind. So we are going to go through one day a week. We are going to spend 10 to 20 minutes decluttering our house, whether it's going through clothes, going through a kitchen drawer, going through kitchen gadgets, going through our garage. We are going to take time one day a week to declutter so we can simplify our life. Number 10, I'm no longer waiting for someone else to motivate me. I used to be such a self-motivator years ago that I had a goal, I would go after it, and there was no stopping me. In the past few years, I really have waited for other people to motivate me, to tell me they believed in me, or to tell me to go for it. I'm no longer waiting for that. I am self-motivating myself to go after my dreams and my goals. But most importantly, I am doing it with God. I am relying on God for his strength, and I know God believes in me. So it's not about waiting for someone else to motivate me, but it's about leaning on God and motivating myself daily. So each day I'm setting a small goal of something I want to accomplish, whether it's a better time running, or it's lifting a heavier weight, or it's not losing my patience with the kids. It's about doing something that is going to make me a better person so I can continue to show up better for my family and show up better for you. So number 10, I'm not waiting for anyone else to motivate me. So the biggest lessons I learned last year, that it's not about perfection, it's not about doing everything, it's not about guilt and running my life, but it's about showing up as the best version of myself. And not doing these 10 things this year, I know it's going to get me closer to God, and it's going to help me to show up better for everyone else and be the person that God created me to be. And if you're a mom that's tired of wearing the title, I'm a busy mom, or your schedule is always packed and your house is always a mess and guilt rules your days, I invite you to check out my program, The Mom Method. This is a program where we work one-on-one to create routines that truly work for the season that you're in. We work on that mindset so you can get rid of that guilt. You can get rid of, I need to be perfect and I always have to have a full schedule. That's not the life we were created to live. So check it out in the link below. I'll talk to you soon.